Hi, I'm Emily from Bob's Coins and Jewelry. Today I wanted to showcase some repair that we use our laser for. I have this tennis bracelet right here, and one of the hinges have broken. And I need to get in there and be very detailed, make sure that the solder doesn't flow all over the link. I want it to be very precise, and that is exactly what this laser is perfect for. Now I'm getting a little ring to replace the missing one. So these are teeny tiny little jump rings. Putting them back in. Here is that tiny little jump ring we were talking about. So again, it's going to loop through here and connect here. First, I need to remove all of the excess metal from the previous link. So I'm going to cut that off and then sand a little bit of it. Now I'm going to tack this on using the laser. So this uses a high power beam and basically spot welds exactly where I need it to go. It's kind of like soldering, except it focuses on a tiny, tiny little spot. I'm going all the way around. There. We don't want to just superficially weld it into place. I want to reinforce it. So I'm using this tiny little white gold wire, and I'm building up the entire area that connects this ring to the bracelet. And this laser really allows me to be so precise. If I were to use solder, it would want to flow all over this and inside of the link because it has all these little holes here. And with the laser, I can just be very, very precise. I can completely control the direction that the metal welds onto without worrying about overdoing it. But I use the laser to place the piece of metal exactly where I want it to, so that whenever I go to solder it, I don't have to worry about it shifting around or soldering in the wrong spot. All right, you can see the base of that is very well connected now. I'm gonna push it through, and I'm actually gonna, even though this jump ring is so small, it's still a little bit bigger than I would like. So I'm gonna get it connected and see exactly how much metal I need to remove for it to match the other links. One of the biggest perks of this laser is I can work at a microscopic level. My goal here is really to match what is here in width and shape and get it to blend in seamlessly. Still reshaping it a little bit because I want it to match the others. It's getting closer. I'm gonna shave it into a normal shape now because it looks kind of bumpy. I want it to look a little bit flatter and prettier, like the rest of these links. It is looped through now, so I'm just gonna solder it back together. And we're just gonna continue to add more and more metal to reshape this. You can see there's a little divot here that I'd like to fill. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I do want to shorten it a little bit, so I'm going to cut a little excess off and squeeze it down further. There we go, that's shorter. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. I feel like it made pretty good contact with the bracelet. The next step is for me to take it to the bench and clean it up so it matches the others. Because this is so small, I'm gonna use very soft abrasives. I'm gonna use this tiny little rubber wheel. It's like a little blade, so I can be very precise and not remove too much metal. And then I'm gonna use this and polish it. Here's the work that I did with the rubber wheel before polishing it. So let me pull this open. And you can see everything is very smooth now. All of those little spots that we welded are uniform and flat. Much better than kind of a bumpy texture from the welder. Now I'm gonna move on to polishing. This is done, it just needs to clean. The goal on almost all of my repairs is for them to be undetectable. So when I look at this bracelet, I want to make sure that the shape of that hinge matches all of the others and that it doesn't have too much space between the links. I think I got it pretty close. I'm quite happy with this. This is our repair spot. I'm gonna steam it really diligently to get all of that rouge out of the seats. Just like that, it's good as new. So make sure to stop into Bob's Coins and Jewelry for any of your repair needs and come and see us.